Okay, it says recording. This is sort of a test run to see how this technology works.
Yes.
I have, as you can see, Charles Keatington on the other line. So, are there any news from Sweden? I mean, I've been isolated over here in the Baltics for 6 months almost. And I could go to some of my neighboring countries, but I cannot go to Sweden because if I do, I'll have troubles getting back into Latvia. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, you know the former Prime Minister, Mr. Reinfeldt.
What about him?
Well, apparently his latest job is to make Uppsala safe and secure.
Okay. Do you know how he plans to do that?
Yes, he plans to arrange dances at the main square.
I wonder. In the 1990s, the people of New York City unexpectedly voted for a hardline Republican, probably because crime was so out of control. So they suddenly had a silent majority, even in New York City, who went to vote for a hardliner because they were fed up with it. Do you think Rudy Giuliani was making dance festivals and stuff like that to get crime down?
Of course, because according to Mr. Reinfeldt, his model has been tested in London and in New York. So that must be it.
I have a distinct memory that Rudy Giuliani applied the broken windows theory, that by breaking down on all crime, including what you might call petty crimes like breaking windows in stores and shops, you got crime off the streets, because the people doing petty crime were often the same people who were involved in more serious crimes. So when you put them away, well, crime went down. And New York became safe. It's not that safe anymore, I think, but it was. But now they voted in that stupid Democrat, so they need Giuliani back. But anyway, I digress.
No, that is what Mr. Giuliani told you. But in reality, he arranged rain dances on the streets.
Oh, right. Of course he did.
Yeah. Yes.
So, by the way, isn't Reinfeldt one of these horrible right-wingers in Sweden who completely demolished the Swedish welfare state and turned Sweden into some kind of capitalist hellhole or something like that?
I didn't understand the question, because he's not a right wing at all.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Yes, I guess so. No, he's a neo-Marxist, as we both know.
Yes. So the recipe from New York City was broken windows theory, but the recipe from Sweden will be arrange rain dances and hold hands, and everything's going to be fine.
Yes, and according to him, they have tested that method in London and in New York.
Yeah. By the way, has there been any reactions to the development in Belarus in Sweden?
No, I haven't heard anything about that, but we are not allowed to. That is the most upsetting thing among Swedes, that people say White Russia, Vitryssland.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because in Swedish it's Vitryssland, and the funny thing is that bell actually means white, just like in the Baltic states. Well, white is balts in Latvian, so I suppose it's the same word. And I've been told that the Polish city of Białystok, that the Bia part also has something to do with white.
Yes, but we are not allowed to say Vitryssland anymore.
Right.
And that is what the debate is all about nowadays.
Right. Well, I will refer to it as Vitryssland in Swedish. Anyway, apparently the president of Latvia, he went out to demonstrate yesterday. I didn't know. If I knew, I probably would have taken my camera downtown. But he went out to participate in a demonstration on August 23rd in favor of the anti-Lukashenko movement.
Anti-Lukashenko?
Yeah, well,
Are you not in favor of Lukashenko?
He's not in favor of Lukashenko, no. He is in favor of what the Latvian media call the democratic movement.
Oh, but you then? Are you in favor of Lukashenko?
No, of course not.
Oh, but he's the president.
Yeah, but he is not my president, and well, of course not. I'm not a Belarusian citizen. I don't live in Belarus, but no, I am not in favor of totalitarian leaders.
But according to many Europeans, Trump is a fascist and Nazi. And you support Trump, and that means that you are in favor of totalitarianism.
So I've been told, but the Democrats in the US have been complaining lately that Trump has not been using authoritarian methods because they want him to override governors and tell them what to do. Because each state in the US has their own policy when it comes to, for instance, COVID-19, and that's because that's the state government, that's the governor who decides that, not the US president. So the Democrats haven't been happy with that, so they want him to act like an authoritarian leader, and he's refused. So he's not doing a very good job.
No, you have to realize the difference between totalitarianism and leftism, because leftism is always good.
Yeah, tell that to the good people of Cuba and North Korea and some other not so nice places, Venezuela and what have we.
Oh well, they are prospering places now.
So why are people trying to escape from South and Central America to the United States and get in there illegally, and why aren't they trying to go to Venezuela instead?
Because they don't know their own good. They don't know their own good.
Oh, so you mean they've been brainwashed by some capitalist propaganda or something like that?
Yes, from the United States. It's always the United States,
Right, and I'm waiting for my visa there. It hopefully won't be too long now. I won't give too many details about it, but I'll just say I'll probably be able to start updating stuff regularly from that horrible country soon. And hey, if anyone's watching, I'm really sarcastic right now.
Yeah. So you are going to move to a Nazi country?
I wouldn't call it that, but the left would call it that.
Yes, they already do, don't they?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's about it for now. So I guess,
yes.
Well, thank you for participating in this conversation, and let's see if I'll be able to upload this and see what happens.
Yes. Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah. Well, thank you for participating.
Yes.